Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. I'm out in the garage. I'm just getting a couple of boxes to pack up a few things. That's kind of my shipping supplies, if you guys can see that. Boxes everywhere over here, all different sizes. Priority mail stuff. We got tubes, we got poly mailers up here behind me, bubble mailers all the way down, just a ton of stuff. So I used to always get all my inventory for supplies out of from friends or pick it up out of dumpsters or free stuff on Facebook, but now I buy a lot of stuff or, try to use as much as I can from people, but sometimes it's nice just to have everything on hand and not have to go looking for it. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, it's the what sold stuff. I think these are the best videos of anybody's you could watch on YouTube, because really, if you're trying to learn what to sell, then watch what someone sold. You'll see what the prices are, hopefully what they paid. That's what I try to show you guys. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, some of it's really bad, and then there's some stuff that's always really good too. So hopefully you guys can get something. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you guys for all the support. In my last video, I had posted that I was thanking you guys again for my support, but you guys came through even more and told me a lot of wonderful things about learning stuff and how you're getting things out of the video, so I really appreciate that again. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and sorry about the lighting here, it's kind of poor in the garage. And I'll see you guys next time. Hey everyone, back with a sales update for Monday. Pretty small day for the most part. Got a couple sales at the end to kind of help it out, but happy stuff moved. Here's an Acura Vigor service manual from 92. Had it at 40, took a best offer at 30. The person said they had this car, they don't want to get rid of it, so they're hoping they can use the manual to fix a couple issues they're having, so that was cool. Another Thomas the Train, this is Thumper, a wooden one. Well, this part's wood. He sold for 12 bucks shipped out of the Thomas and Train stuff I've been selling. A Garmin GTM 25 car charger. These little car chargers can do well, certain models. This one sold for 15 shipped just for the charger. Sometimes the units barely go for $15, so look out for the car chargers, they can do well. Here's a Lionel G-Scale Santa Fe 5104 train. Bought 3 G-Scale trains as is for 20 bucks. This one sold for 50, the first one on the best offer. I should get around 40 to 60 for the other ones as well, so it'll be a pretty good deal when it's all said and done. It was sold as is because I don't have a way to test it. So here's a Game Boy Color. This is like the Atomic Purple one. This sold for 30 shipped. I forgot even where I got it from, but I think I paid $12.50 for this at a swap meet guy. So I bought a white Game Boy for $12.50. That sold for 38. This one I think has no sound, and it still sold for 30 shipped. Here's an Epson 786, another one of those inks from the big ink lot. This sold for 8 shipped. And then lastly, a 50-cent DVD I bought at a big media sale. This sold, this Crime Story, this second season, brand new sealed. It sold for 15 shipped. So that's it, and I'll show you guys what's sold tomorrow. Hey everyone, this is the sales update for Tuesday. Pretty good day, and I have a couple other things to show you. A couple manuals sold. A Nissan Pickups and Pathfinder, part number 858 by Chilton's. This one did, I believe, come out of the manual lot, and it sold for 10 ships, so not a whole lot, but it's going medium mail, so I might make $5 when it's all said and done. Here's a Haynes. This is a GMC S10 one. This one I bought with another manual, another Haynes one. It was a Honda Civic one, which that one sold for like 16 or 17 shipped. This one ended up selling for 10 shipped as well. I had paid $3 for 2 of them because I knew the Honda Civic one was pretty good. So we make okay money again. You make like $5 or so. Here's a Kia 97 Sportage electrical troubleshooting manual. This came out of the big manual lot. I was surprised because the older Kia ones, I didn't expect them to sell. I listed it for 30 or best offer. Someone paid full price, 30 bucks. Happy to get rid of that. This is a DVD I listed last night. This biography of JFK. I paid $2.49. It's brand new sealed. It's actually from the JFK library. This was, again, $2.49 at a thrift store. It sold for 14 shipped right away. An Epson 786. This sold for $7.99. That's from the big Epson deal. Here's a Champions of Norrath game. This one is complete. It's a pretty good game to look out for. There's also another one out there by the same part of the same series that sold for 28. That's my son in the background if you can hear him, so I apologize if he's too loud. This is a Franklin Holy Bible. These little pocket Bibles can do well. Some of them do really well. This is the NIV 1440. I picked it up, I think, for maybe $2.50 or $3 or something like that in the state sale. It did need batteries, so I ordered those, and it sold for 28 shipped. Here's a DeMarini, I think it is. Yeah, DeMarini. This is a F3 double wall bat. This was $10 on OfferUp. I bought a bunch of baseball, softball stuff, a couple gloves, 2 bats, and a catcher's mask, all for $40. I sold both gloves. One sold for 27 shipped. The other glove sold for 70, and this just took a best offer of 60 on. It's got some scuffs and marks, but it's still good. There's no like serious dents. There's no cracks. I used to play softball. I'd still like to play, honestly, if I could, but it's hard with the time. But yeah, these kind of bats are, this is a good brand. Definitely a solid bat. I had it listed at 80 or best offer. I usually list them high and hope to take an offer, you know, more where I want. So I got 60 shipped on that one. It'll go in the triangular priority mailbox. And this is a Ping Zing 2. It's a putter here. Some of these Ping Zing ones can do okay. This one I think I paid $4 or $5 for. And it ended up selling for 30 shipped on a best offer. Which is pretty good. It'll also go in one of the triangular priority mail boxes. Usually just kind of telescope them together or whatever. And it usually costs like $8 to $12 to ship them that way. So we'll still make some money there. So then I'll show you guys what else sold today in the next. Hey everyone, back with the final sales from Tuesday. 3 more sales, pretty good stuff. Bolt sold for like $12 for PS3. Game probably most people wouldn't think it'd be worth anything, but it has a little bit of value, so that's cool. Here's a little GoPro remote with the charger. The model number is ARMTE-001. Bought a bunch of GoPro accessories for $2 in a bag. The guy already lost his GoPro or gave it away or something. He couldn't remember, but he had all this stuff. This sold for 14 shipped or 15 shipped, something like that. And I only paid $2. It's going to go first class. Plus it came with a bunch of other like attachments and stuff like that. So I'll see if there's any value, but I was happy to get rid of that. And then this was really cool. I paid $2.49 for this DVD. I showed you guys the DVD yesterday. I bought the JFK, or actually in the first clip before this, the JFK biography. The same day I bought this, Joseph Campbell and the Power of Myth. Brand new sealed. This was also $2.49 and it sold for 30 shipped again in one day. So those both DVDs paid a total of about $5 for them plus tax. And they sold for a combined $44 in one day. So I'm going to start looking more at DVDs, just looking for those oddball ones, especially sealed stuff, and seeing if we can make some money, because I think I've usually would only look for the DVD sets or things like that, but now I'm going to start looking for these oddball ones and just see if I can find some more little gems out there. So I'll show you guys what sold on Thursday. Hey everyone, back with the sales for Wednesday. Pretty good day. I have one more thing to show you that sold that I sold after I went to storage, so that'll pop in the next clip. Let's jump right in. T83 Plus. These forever were just one of the quickest sellers. This one I listed high at 31. It's taken like a month or two to sell, maybe 2 months. I think the prices just really dropped, but someone finally came through and bought it. So I had paid, I think, $5 for that, and then it sold for, no, $8 for that at a Goodwill, and it sold for 31 shipped. Here's a Polaroid SX70. I'm not going to open it up with one hand because it'll be embarrassing, but you'll see the phone on the screen. These SX70s with the brown leather seem to be the best. This one has a slight issue. You can see it doesn't really close properly right there. I tried to mess around with it, but I can't get it to work right. I listed it for parts. This came out of one of my recent storage unit buys. I paid $220 for it, and this alone sold for 58 shipped within one day. So what I ended up doing, just a little tip, because it was for parts, I wasn't going to get top dollar for it. I pulled out the leather case for it, and I'm going to sell this separately. Hopefully I'll get 15 or 20 bucks just for this. So figured it was worth it because I was not getting full price since I was selling this for parts. Here's a Ford kind of corduroy hat. These old Ford and Honda and different hats like this, Toyotas, there's nothing special about them, but some people will buy them. I think this was $1 or something like that, and then it ended up selling for 25 on a best offer. I had it listed at like 35. They Might Be Giants, a DVD. This was just in a big lot of DVDs that I bought. I kind of lotted everything together and they throw in some DVDs. This sold for 8 shipped, not worth a whole lot, but it was an easy listing and it looked like they were selling, so that was cool. This was a buy from last weekend. It's a Dumbo 75th anniversary Blu-ray DVD and digital copy, brand new sealed. That was $1 and it sold for 25 shipped within 2 days. Here is another cool thing. I think yesterday you guys saw me sell 2 DVD sets, or 2 DVDs that were brand new sealed from a thrift store. The same day I bought those, I bought this Passport to Purity. It appears to be all there. I listed it showing the photos of what was there inside of the, this is all that's included. It's sold used. Paid $6 for it plus tax, and then it's sold for $43 shipped. Should go into padded flat rate. So really nice sale there. That turned out to be a good thrift store day. This was 50 cents at a little kid sale. It's an Bananas little blankie with a little monkey guy on there. This is by Carter's, just so you guys can see. This one sold for $17 shipped, just like this. So pretty cool. Sometimes people don't stop at the baby, little kid sales, but there are a couple items that are worth looking for if you do stop, and that might be one of them. This is it's all dusty. It's been in storage for a while. I need to clean this thing up before it goes out, but this is a Guitar Hero PS3, I believe, Gibson guitar. This one sold for, I think, 40 shipped, something like that. No dongle, so it takes a little while to sell it when you don't have the dongle. I've already taken it apart. This little neck part snaps in here, and this makes it a little easier to ship it. So that's pretty cool. Another golf club going out. This Tour Action 900 by Cleveland, a 52-degree wedge. A little bit of wear on the face, but still life left. This one sold for $25 shipped on the best offer. I don't remember what I paid. I think I might have paid $2 for it, $3 at my garage sale, so that was pretty cool. And here's an Easton. This is a Mako, I think. I forgot what the drop is on it. I guess the model is the SLMMK9. That might be, oh, drop's 9. It's a decent bat, but this one has some wear. It's got a lot of taping issues. It really needs to be re-gripped up. And it's got some, chips to the paint, but there's no actual holes or dents or anything like that in the metal, no cracks in the bat. That's what really matters. I sold it in this condition, said it had a lot of use, and it sold for, whoops, hopefully no more damage, sold for $47.50. This was $10. I bought it with the bat I just sold recently, the DeMarini. Bought this one from the same person on OfferUp, and this sold for $47.50. And I'll show you guys what sold the last thing today. Hey everyone, final sale from Wednesday. Polo Sport Ralph Lauren bag, backpack. I think I paid $2 or $3 at a garage sale. Has a couple marks on it, but overall still a pretty good used condition. This sold for $55 shipped. I think I've had it for 2 or 3 months now, but happy to get rid of it at $55 shipped. Yay! Hey everyone, back with the sales from Thursday. A pretty slow day. I have one more sale to show you too, and we have like an hour left, so maybe something else will sell. Here's a manual from the manual lot. This Rabbit Jetta Diesel manual. This one, it's pretty beat up, but it's still sold for $30 shipped on the best offer, so happy about that. This is like a potato presto cooker thing. I parted it out. This piece sold for $16 shipped, $15 shipped. It's pretty light, but by the time I get in the box, we'll have to see. It may actually go over a pound, which will kind of hurt us a little bit, but happy to get rid of that. Another TaylorMade, one of these head covers. I bought a bunch of them in bulk, so they're kind of like a wholesale deal almost for me, and I usually sell every once in a while. One will sell. It's pretty slow. I think this is the 6th or 7th one we've sold, but it sold for $13 shipped. Happy to get rid of it. Here's a little plush. It's like was it a Wuzzy or Fuzzy Weasel or something like that? I don't know. It was from the Goodwill bins in Florida when I was with my family. It was only 50 cents, so I picked him up just because he looked kind of cool. He sold for like 17 shipped. He should still go under a pound. He seems to be pretty light, so we'll see. If not, again, we'll make a few bucks on him. And then here's Naruto Clash of Ninja 2 for GameCube. It's complete. This sold for $12 shipped. Just throw it in the bubble mailer, and then I'll show you guys what else sold next. Everyone, final sale from Thursday. Game Boy Color here. This one has no sound, does work. It's missing the battery cover and the back label, but again, it does work perfectly aside from the sound. Ended up selling for $30. Hey everyone, back with the sales update for the weekend. Pretty good weekend here, like 23 sales or something like that, maybe 24. A couple aren't here yet. One I forgot in storage. Thought it was actually here. It's a manual, so I'll hopefully show you guys that next. And the other thing just sold like a minute ago. It's a video game, and then hopefully there's like 2 hours left in the day, so maybe something else will show, and I'll show you guys that tomorrow. We'll jump right in though. Starting off with the golf clubs. Here are some Mizuno Zephyrs. There's 3 clubs in the set. I think I paid like $10 for them or something like that at a garage sale. not the best clubs, honestly. They finally sold for 63 shipped, which is not a bad price. But they've taken forever to sell, so it's not something I'd recommend. Sorry, I'm putting them down over here. Not something I recommend picking up necessarily because it's going to be a slower seller, but some Mizuno stuff does do well. We'll go into some of the bigger stuff. This is a Robert Irvine Power Blender. It's brand new in the box, but the box is just torn up. This was from Storage Unit Guy with a bunch of other stuff. You can kind of see it's all here, all in plastic. I'm not going to sell it with the box because the box is so beat up and it's dirty on the bottom. Like, it's just got a bunch of stains on it, so I don't want to sell it like that because I'm listing as brand new. So I'm actually going to take it all out of here. We'll bubble wrap it and we'll put it in a nice box, and it sold for 37 shipped. These are a bunch of those creepy little dolls, air freshener dolls. You can kind of see these came out of the big doll lot. I paid 40 bucks for. I already sold one batch for I think 80. This is a batch of these little air freshener ones. Some of them have wear, and I even put that some of them have hair. That's like, one of them has really bad hair. It's like peeling off. But a lot of them look like they're in pretty good shape, at least for their age. This lot alone sold for 60, which I didn't think those would be the valuable ones, but they actually were the best per doll. Those were the best ones that sold. So all that sold for 60. You should see on the screen. I've had quite a few of those. Here are some tapes, cassettes. Ignore these two right here. These are the Billboard top R&B hits. I had bought this green case and it was filled with the Billboard ones. One side was rock, one side was R&B from the 50s and 60s. At least those are the years for the cassette. The cassettes weren't made that year, but I think that's the year they're referencing, obviously, for the music. This set of 8 sold for 20 shipped. I paid 10 for the whole box. The other one sold for like 25. It was not a good deal. I made money in the long run. It took forever though. For some reason, I was at a sale. I'm like, oh, someone told me the Billboard cassettes still sell really well. Couldn't really look them up, so I just jumped on it and made some money. Luckily, I get the case, though, so I can keep this to hold my other cassettes and it kind of keeps them a little bit safe. So that's pretty cool. We'll move that out of the way. 2 board games, Arkham Horror, the Dunwich Horror expansion, and then Arkham Horror. This one was actually missing one skull slider, as you can see. This is my wife. That's my son trying to break into the room. Missing one skull slider. My lovely wife, she counts all the pieces for me now, so super helpful because I can actually focus on other things, and she just gives me to these with little sticky notes if they're complete or not. So I did list this one missing one piece, but these 2 games sold for 80 shipped. I paid 10 bucks with a Warhammer book it came with from one of my sources, so 10 bucks for that into 80, super good deal. I think they'll probably we'll put them in a box and just make sure it's tightly wrapped and it'll be fine. They don't even need that much bubble wrap probably. So that was a cool sale. Here's a hat, tools by Channel Lock. I bought a bunch of Channel Lock stuff and like Vice Grip and different tool brands and Cornwell Tools hats from a source a while back. Paid like 25 cents each. I think I spent 5 bucks worth. This one's a cool hat, but it's actually broken. Inside is all nasty. But someone still paid 15 bucks in the condition that it's in. So I don't know why, but they still paid 15, so that's pretty cool. This is a blade set to, what is it? I forgot what this is. It should be on the screen. It's one of the food processor systems. I forgot which one it is. But it's a 4-blade set. This sold for 37 shipped. I made so much money off the deal, so I'm happy about that. Here is a Sears lens, camera lens. It was one that just came in a big lot of lenses I bought. One camera. Actually, they were given to me. Never, I didn't buy these. They were given to me. And this one was kind of the lower end one. It's an auto Sears. You can kind of see it there. Had it listed at 30 or best offer, and we'll leave it like this. Someone ended up paying 25 for it, I think, on a best offer. So that was pretty cool. And this is just an extra case that I had, so I threw it in there. Some more Goosebumps from the Storage Unit Guy. I split them up into 3 sets. One sold for like 58. One sold for I think 20, and these ones sold for like 20 something shipped. I think 26 or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's like 20 something shipped. So pretty good deal there. I bought Alias because I needed one of the volumes when I had another complete season of Alias, and it was just missing one volume. So I bought a season to, supplement mine to fix it so I could sell the whole thing. And I've had these for years. The other volumes that I didn't use. Probably 2 years now, and I finally said, I'm just going to list them, and both of them were sold for 8 bucks each, so probably made all my money back on what I spent. Easy sale there. An Epson 786 is from the big ink lot, one of the last few we have left, sold for 25 shipped. This is a PSP soft, like little slipcover case. This sold for 12 bucks just for this little case. So if you see them out and about, I think I paid a quarter or 50 cents for that. PS4 controller here. Joysticks are really jacked up. It's got some scuffs. Overall, not too bad. I sold it for 15, shipped on the best offer. From Storage Unit Guy as well. Probably could have got more like 18, I think, if I would have really waited. Or if I had a PS4, I could test it and see if it was just, if it worked and the joysticks were just bad, I could have repaired them, but don't really have the time for that. Luigi's Mansion sold for 40. It's complete. The disc has some scratches on it. You can kind of see there are a few of them, but it does work. So that one's, the one on the left is a little bit rough. I thought it wouldn't work. I was able to get it for 5 bucks because it had that scratch. But I tested it out and it does work. And I played quite a bit of the game just for fun because I never played it before, and it sold for 40 shipped. Some Dungeons Master Screen stuff, 2 of these. They sold for 43 shipped, I think. You can kind of see. So these are just little cardboard little insert things, and they sold for 43 shipped, so that was awesome. A bunch of horror type VHSs. I bought a bunch of these, and it also had the Universal, I think it's Universal Studios or Universal something horror classic set. I sold that set for like $130. There were like 20 something of those. This was the leftovers, not a part of any particular set. A lot of them all together. It's been about 4, 5, 6 months, but it sold for 70 shipped, going medium mail. Super good deal. The Witcher, the Wild Hunt, Xbox One, brand new sealed. I bought an Xbox One for 100 bucks from my old video game source. I bought it so I'd have an extra one to plug in this room and use to test, and possibly for my son to play. I ended up parting out all the other games and the other accessories I got, and I basically paid for itself. This one sold for 26 or 7 ships, so good deal there. 2 GameCube memory cards. These sold for 16 shipped, I think. They go first class, easy sale. Here's a DS Lite, black one. It's sold. This is the 3rd time. I listed it in pretty good condition. It is in good condition. The first guy got it and said wasn't in good enough condition, which, I mean, the screen is good and everything. If you look at it, it looks pretty good. Sold it the 2nd time. Re-inspected it. It works fine. That guy said, it's just not good enough for me. And then I finally realized where the issue was. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Right there on the edge. That's where the condition issue is. Don't know how I missed it. And I don't have a photo of it in my original one. You can kind of see there's one at a glance, but you can't really pick anything up in the photo. So I don't know if it was switched out on me or if I just am blind. But that happened. So I relisted it for 32 shipped in as is condition, and it did sell. So it still works fine. The charger, usually I actually wrap those in with a rubber band. That's why it's undone, because I was testing it out again. Here's another sale that was returned. It's a gold Xbox 360. Person bought it and said that I said it had scuffs and marks on it. There's a picture there. They said that my picture was not good enough. They didn't realize how bad it was. I went ahead and resold it, put the same condition on, but you did a close-up picture of that, and it sold for 30 shipped. The gold controllers usually go for about 30. Here is the last sale to show you guys for now. It's a Dreamcast. I have like 5 of these lying around. I'm trying to get through all my video game systems that I got lying around and get some video game stuff. I just have so much of a death pile in that particular category, electronics. I want to get through them. And so I bought a bunch of extra cords, the aftermarket cables. They're like $3, $4 each. I ordered 2 at first. I had one. I just sold the system. I couldn't find the other cord. I lost it. Finally found it, tested this system out, sold it by itself with power cord and the AV cable for 50 shipped. I paid $3 or $4 for the cord alone, so still a good deal. And I got, like I said, probably 3 more systems now, maybe 4, and I ordered some more cords, so they should be coming this month. Hopefully we can move the rest of the Dreamcast stuff. So, but if you see Dreamcast, it seems like the systems, for whatever reason, has, in my experience, picked up a little bit in the, at least demand for it. The value might still be there, but the demand has gone up, where they're selling really quickly if you price them right. So if you see them, it might be worth looking out for. Sega Dreamcast over there. That's everything, guys, and then you should see a couple more stuff. That's everything I have here. Hope you guys enjoy, and take everyone back with the final sales for the weekend. These were the 3 I think I mentioned, maybe 2, and then the 1 extra one sold. Here's the 1990 Dodge rear-wheel drive truck manual. This thing was in the big manual lot. It's got some wear. There's some stains right there. I listed all that in the condition. It's still sold for $25 shipped on the best offer, so that just goes in a bow mailer. It's good to go. Here's the video game. It's T2 Terminator 2, the arcade game for the Super Nintendo. I didn't even clean this one up that well, so I don't usually take off like stickers and those things. It's just not worth my time, but I will clean up this dust a little bit here. Should have done that before, but I guess I was getting lazy. Probably because I already had so much other sticker wear and everything, but it's still sold for like 8 or 9 shipped, so happy to get rid of it. And a sale that I would never do again, this is a Vikings Adrian Peterson youth jersey. You can see all the cracking here. It was 50 cents at a garage sale. I bought a bunch of kids' jerseys, and I've had this one for a long time. You should see the picture on the screen. It's super old. It finally sold for like $6 shipped or $7 shipped. It's going to cost like 3 something, almost 4 to ship it. I might make $1, maybe make my 50 cents back, and that's it. We'll see. I'm just happy to get rid of it. Sometimes you make bad buys, and it's just good they're gone. So happy to get rid of that. I'll pack that up, and you guys should see what sells, I guess in the next sales update video, what sells on Monday.